Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is a quick video on this 1974 Caprice Classic. What I'm doing, it's a quick how-to video. I need to replace, if you can see, that speedo cable down there. It's right there on the wall. See if I can get a better look at it. If you see that grommet, it's kind of hard to see it. Let me back it up. It's a grommet right there that has a cable coming through it. That cable is your speedo cable that runs to the back of your transmission. It has a screw in on the back of it. If you see mine over there, it's missing that piece. You see it? Missing it. So I need a new speedo cable to put the transmission in. It's gonna be a little bit easier for me because I got the motor out. With the motor in, it's hard to get to that cable because you gotta get down behind that motor. But because I have the motor out, it'll be a little easier. Also, there's a bracket that holds that cable right below the grommet, a little bit below the grommet. You gotta get a socket or so to undo that. You're probably gonna have a little undercarriage or grease or something on it, but you gotta get that off to fully get it out. But the way to do it is you gotta get the cable through that grommet. Make sure you go get another cable, the correct one. For this one, it's a no cruise control, so it's a longer. I think that one was 62 inches long, somewhere around in there. It's a little bit longer. Let me see. Walk over here real quick, y'all. Oh man, let's see. Where is it? Here we go. No, that's not it either. Where are you? Here you go. This is the cable. The speedometer cable. There's your part number. It doesn't say the size on this one, but this is the one with no cruise control. It looks like this in the package. It has a screw on in there. This is the end that goes up to the speedometer in your car. So this is the longer version one here. And like I said, I think this one is 62 inches. They have another one that's 42 inches, a bit shorter. That one is for if you have cruise control. But that's the cable that I'm getting ready to put in here. I'm simply going to show you how to get to it and pull it out. It's intricate a little bit, but it's not. So let's kind of get straight to it so we can get it. Now, I've already started because I wanted to get ahead. I was trying to work and I just thought, let me do, somebody might need this video. So here's your dash. You know, the Caprices and Impalas of these years, 74, before 74, those years they have the cap. They have the dash cap. So what you gotta do is you gotta unscrew this screw here, which normally would have your pillar. Your pillar would normally be there. It's a pillar that would normally be there. You see that? You see that screw there? That screw usually is on top of that other one there. So you gotta unscrew that. There's another screw up top here, because I got it loose. It's right there, but there's the hole there it would be in. Unscrew that. Once you unscrew that, you pull it loose. Excuse me, y'all. Pull it loose from the top piece here. Pull it loose and start to wiggle it up. Once you wiggle it up, it'll come up to there. Just pull it out. All right. There will be another screw right here on the side. Unscrew that. There's another screw. One second. on the passenger driver's side, excuse me. Hopefully you can see that there. You have the same screw points on your pillars. You slide them out and move them out. There'll be another screw on the back side of that dash as well. Also, up under the dash, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there. 1 down here makes 5. Then, in your glove box, you gotta go, and hold on 1 second. 1 second, let me grab the light so I can show you. There's 3 screws up in the back of the glove box. All right, they have on those little really thin washers. It's like a 10. It actually is a 10 inch, 10 millimeter screw. So open your glove box. This glove box has a radio in it, aftermarket radio. But when you open it, it's usually going to be these boards protecting with the push button trunk pop. All right, those boards have 4 screws in them. You got 1 here, 1 on this side, over here, and you have a few of them up top. Once you get those screws out, push the board back. You have to reach into the glove box, because up against this wall, once you reach in the glove box and you go this way, up against this wall here, there's a screw here with those nuts on it. There's a screw here with those nuts on it. And also another one here with those nuts on it. That's a 10 millimeter socket if you use it. Those are these bolts here. Let me show you. See those? That's the bolt. 10 millimeter. Undo those. Once you undo those, now what you've done is you have freed this section. Now, once you free this section and you undo all the bolts you undo all the bolts all the way across, and undo the pillars. You come up top. When you come up top, there's going to be 1 bolt, 2, 3, 1 at the end, 4 bolts. Once you take those bolts off, the dash is now loose. That's where we at now. So once you take those off, you take those out, what you want to do is pull. Let me show you that again. What you want to do is pull it back. When you pull it back, you're going to unlatch the latches there. If you can see here, excuse how bright the light is, but as you can see here, right here, there's a socket. Right behind here is a slot that slides right into it. Actually, here, this point here, it slides right on the back of the dash, right over top. All the way across is a bunch of those. So what you want to do, once you do that, is you pull it. But be careful, because there's a speaker here that comes with these. So what you want to do once you pull it, you want to look up under here, lift this up. Best you can, lift it up. You see there? There's a speaker. Right there is a connection that goes there, right here. It's a slide on. Let me see if I can find it again. It just simply slides off. It has a little clip here. Lift the clip back and slide it off. Once you slide it off, what you want to do is lift this up. Make sure that you hit the tilt button on your steering wheel. You want to lift it up over the speaker. Lift it up over the speaker. Lift it up over the steering wheel. And you simply pull this dash out. Comes right out. Alright. exit it right here. So now we got the dash out. These are the clips on the back of the dash. You got a clip here that slides in place. Remember that when you put it back in. And you have another one on the other corner. So you got a clip, slide that back in place. Make sure you connect the speakers. Also, if you see it here, these are your air vents. There is, once you look in here, there are areas that those plug into. I've already been in here already, so you plug it in right here. You plug it in right here. Now, here's also the cord that goes to the speaker. It'll be that simple little cord with that little clip. You can see it. Just lift that clip back and pull it off. That's your speaker cord. Now, we want to get to the speedo cable. The speedo cable is going to be back behind the speedometer here. All right, you're not going to be able to really see it from here. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to walk around. And I got this one jacked up, but you're going to have to walk around to the driver's side and look through the windshield if your windshield's still in. And hopefully you can see the cable. It's right there. You see that silver thing there? Let me see if I can get my finger in there. Right there. Where my finger is, there's your speedo cable. Now, it has a clip under it. You have to reach in from the passenger side to push the clip down in order to pull that out. You don't unscrew anything. You don't yank on it. You don't do anything. You go from the passenger side. You can even come from the driver's side, but it's a little more difficult. But you come from the passenger side, and let's do that. Let's see. Get back around here. But you go to the passenger side, and what you want to do, on the passenger side, you climb in. Hopefully you can see that. I can't get a good picture of it, but let me see. Hopefully you can see that there. It's a little blurry, but hopefully you can see it. You may not be able to, but there it is. The speedo cable. On that cable, there's a clip. Below it, all you do is push the clip down and pull the cable out at the same time. So let's try to do that. Let's try to do it. Let's see. I'm back. So let's see. Let's see if we can get this clip out. So hopefully you can see it. If not, what you do, you reach in, you find where the speedo cable is, which usually is right directly behind your numbers. There's a piece here. I hope that you can see it. There's a piece. I've already pulled this one out, but there's a piece or a flap right here. Flap right here. You push it down and you pull your cable. Push it down, pull your cable. When you do that, you've pulled your cable completely free. Push it down, pull the cable. I've done it already, but here's the cable. That's the end of the cable. All right. So now what you want to do is start to push this cable through. Push this cable through. Work your way through there. And you come back here. Come back to the engine bay. Get yourself back over by your engine bay. Excuse me, y'all trying to get in here. All right, now, if you can see that cable. Right here. Right here. The cable's here. What you want to do is begin to wiggle this cable out. Start wiggling it. Now it's on a grommet, but the grommet's ripped. So I'm simply just pulling it through the grommet. You see it's getting longer? See it's getting longer? See it's coming on out? Just keep on pulling it, keep on wiggling it. Keep on wiggling it, keep on wiggling it. Boom. It's out. Now, you just got to go down the bottom, undo the connection here. Undo that connection where it's connected at there, and it's free. Then you take your new one, you feed it right back through the same grommet, all the way back up to your dash. Once you get it into your dash, hopefully you can see that black box there below. Right there. You see that? Right there. You feed your cable back up to that. You push the button down that's on the back end. Just push it directly back in. All right? Just push it right back in. The other end comes back down. Run it back through the connection there and screw the back end into your transmission. Simple as that. And then you just reverse the whole process. Now, one thing I didn't show you, on this side of the dash, there is a air duct. There's a duct, air duct, that connects to this vent here. You're gonna have to remove that in order to get to it. But once you do that, it's done. Stick your speedo cable back through, run it back up to the top, lock it back in, and reverse the process. Just simply reconnect everything back in as you pulled it off. All right, and then you're done. Got a brand new speedo cable in a 1974 Caprice. All right, y'all. This is CJ with another one. Checking out. I'm gone. Peace. Yo. What's up, Facebook? It's CJ here. It's another late night in the shop. I own the rights to this music, but just sitting here trying to get this 74 Caprice. It's just an update. I got the cables changed out on it. I got the exhaust cut back. Let me give you a look at it. I got the exhaust pipes cut back so I can put the motor in and the transmission in. I got the rear drive shaft. You can see it. I got the drive shaft taken out. And I got the dashboard out of the car because I had to get to the speedo cable to change the speedo cable. So I got a brand new speedo cable in there. I don't know if you can really see that, but I changed the speedo cable on that bad boy right there. So it's a brand new one running back. As you can see, of course, the interior of the engine compartment is all painted black. New motor mounts on there now. Motor mounts, these right here. New motor mounts. So what I'm doing now is I'm prepping the car because tomorrow, which I don't usually do this because it's Saturday, but tomorrow I'm in a crunch. So I'm trying to get stuff done. So tomorrow what I'm gonna be doing is dropping the motor in. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm connecting the motor and the transmission together. I got it up on these crates right now. I just connected the bell housing of the transmission, but the next thing I gotta do is the torque converter and the flex plate. So I gotta get these connected now. So I'm going to run these short bolts here. You can see them. These short bolts, they're gonna go in these spots right here. I got one lined up already, so let me see if I can get it threaded in there. Already got thread lock on. That's what that blue stuff is that you saw on there, but I'm gonna have to fool around with that when I get it off camera, but that's how it go. Once you connect it, this torque converter will be able to turn the flex plate and you just move to the next one. And it's only 3 of them, so it shouldn't take me too much longer. So once I do that, I'm gonna torque them all down. I'm gonna torque all these brand new bolts I just put in. The bell housing bolts. Here, 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 and down here. I'm gonna torque all of that stuff together. And once I do that, I'm gonna pull it up off of the crate just to make sure everything locked in. What I might do after that is I'm gonna go ahead and put the clamshell motor mounts on, which are right here. But before I do that, I gotta paint them. This is them here. Before I do that, I'm gonna paint them and get them decent looking again. I got some new bolts for that as well. And I'll just prep it and get it ready for tomorrow. Also, what I did on this bad boy, because I'm fooling in that dash, we gotta have a way to read this motor. So I added on the lower part of the dash. Let me go over here real quick. On the lower part of the dash, I added in the temp, battery, and oil. I'm also gonna add a tack meter on it as well. I'm working that as I'm kind of going back and forth. But this, if you see the dashboard, the other day I showed you how to take that cable out, so that's why the dash still pull apart. I'm gonna put the dash back together like tomorrow or the next day. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this here, which goes under here, pretty much in there like that, but screwed up in there. I'm gonna take this and it's gonna be in there like that under the dash. So you're not really, let me see if I can get it in this spot. Pretty much be that way, but flush to the bottom of the dashboard. So he'll have reading on his oil, he'll have reading on his battery, he'll have reading on his temperature. Excuse me, the temperature stuff there, all those gauges. But then up top, I'm gonna add a tack meter, which is this here. Let me show you what the tack does. Most of the cars now, it comes automatically with those cars. A tack meter is just simply your RPM reading. So you'll know what's like most race cars have, or most people got them to know when the car gonna redline and when to bottom out. Well, this is a tack meter. It's basically your RPM by 1,000. So if you're on a 1, that's 1,000. Well, 10,000. I forgot how it go. I'm saying it wrong. So 2,000 or 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50, 60, whatever you want to say. But 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. That's what basically that is there. I said it wrong, but you know, it is what everybody said different. I'm saying it crazy because my mind all over the place right now. But this attack meter I'm gonna add into the vehicle as well, so he'll be able to watch his tack. And by that, a lot of times, guys, when they looking at their speedometer on the car, being that he got the old auxiliary one or the analog one, it floats up. You can see that it floats up. So you might be doing 10 and your RPM's up high. That kind of stuff is monitoring the motor. It's monitoring if it's idled up too high. It's monitoring where you can hit it at, what RPMs you can hit it at, what RPMs max out at, and what speeds. So that's important to have when you have a car with a built motor like this. So that's gonna help him keep from tearing this motor up. So we're just adding that in. I'm gonna put it in here tastefully. Like I said, the other one is gonna go down low right there so he can read it. It's out his way. It's basically up underneath the radio right there. If you can see the radio, he don't use that radio, but it's right up underneath it. So it's kind of right in a safe spot. He has a radio in the glove box, an aftermarket one. So he kind of kept the car looking stock and added an aftermarket radio in the glove box. So we're gonna kind of keep it that way until he decides. And it's temporary. What I'm putting in here is temporary and temporary locations. So I'm not mounting it in locations that's messing up the interior of the vehicle. When he goes to do the interior, they'll be able to pull these out and put them anywhere they want. They got the cables and everything to them. That's one of the reasons why I still got the dash open. Because once I run the cables, I'm gonna run the cables where it'll be easy for him to adjust them. You see down in there through there, you can just run the cables all through there and down through the bottom and through the firewall through some of the grommeted holes that's in there. So that'll be easy for him to do once he changes out the interior or gets the interior custom. He might want to keep them in the same spot. So like some add them in comfortable locations so that's not taken away from the car. So, but yeah, that's just me updating on the 74 Caprice. There go the motor for that bad boy. A lot of y'all already seen this motor, but ready to roll. Everything done on it. I got new brackets and everything I'm getting ready to put on this bad boy. So, but that's the motor, engine, connected. And like I said, I'm doing a little bit more. I got a little more to go tonight before I get up out of here. But there go the motor with the headers. That's also the reason why I had to cut those pipes back. When I put the motor in and put it down with the headers, I don't want it tapping and being blocked by them pipes. So we're gonna take it to the exhaust shop afterwards, after we get all that done, and then go from there with it. But this is a 700 R4 transmission on the back of a 400 board 30 over. So we got it up to a 406. We got roller rocker, everything in it. You see that Holly Brawler carburetor on top of there, 650 carburetor. We also went with a Holly high rise or high flow intake, so it's all tuned already. We went with the MSD setup as far as the distributor and things go. We went with an aftermarket or a high performance water pump on here. Kept the stock dampener and things on there, but we tuned it and stuff, got it tacked in already. Everything under the bottom crank, everything is new. Pistons are new. The heads on here are brand new aftermarket heads. It's not stock heads, so don't run up on them thinking that he running stock. Ain't nothing about this motor here stock. So it's built up, it's ready. Even on the transmission, we had everything in this joker changed out. We put a B&M shift kit in there. We got a 2000 Corvette stall converter in there. Again, everything's new on this bad boy. All the gears, everything inside of it. New speedo cable we putting on this bad boy. We got the new kickdown cable we adding to it that hooks up to the carburetor. So she ready to roll. She gonna be kicking. I'm gonna dress it up at the end with the air cleaner to make it look even better. But that's the block, that's the motor going in that 74 Caprice. The heart is almost in and we almost got her rolling. So I gotta run the fuel lines and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get all that stuff done probably tomorrow. It ain't much I gotta do with that because the fuel lines already ran up here. We keeping the stock ones. Fuel lines already ran up here, they right there. You can see them. So we just clipped them off. So from there to the pump on the front, we're gonna run that and have it running, have everything locked in. That's gonna be simple and easy to do tomorrow. So that's the plan. Get this done, get it running, get that drive shaft. Here's the drive shaft to it. There was a drive shaft and the exhaust pipes back there. So I gotta take that on Monday to get it shortened to match the transmission. So it ain't much I thought I had to do with this drive shaft. Just the splines match the transmission that's already on here on the yoke already. So we really only got to take it from where it's at, if you can see it, and we just got to back it up like 2 inches, shorten it about 2 inches, an inch and a half, just to make sure everything fits and goes in right. But that'll be one of the last things we do right before we get ready to crank. Well, we're gonna crank it before we do that. We don't gotta have a drive shaft to crank it. So, but we already know she's running, so that's gonna be easy. We just gotta hook everything up to it, be able to be controlled from the interior of the car, and then that's gonna be it. So, all right, y'all, that's just another update on the 74 Caprice. I'm going.